Okay, so we are recording and we're going to start with the third installment in the new coach training. Tonight's is I want to teach you and share with you some important milestones that I believe and I feel are truly important to be able to move your business forward. Of course, the pace at which you're moving your business forward depends on your goals. But whether you want to have a business that simply pays for your Beachbody habit, meaning your Shakeology, your Beachbody on Demand, your Super Mama Juice, and all the fun grad gear, or excuse me, not grad gear. I'm thinking senior stuff. All the fun Beachbody gear you like to buy, or you want to build a business that will allow you to quit your day job and make a full-time income. These are milestones that are important for you to know either way. And so my goal is always to keep these trainings to an hour or less, but tonight my goal is to keep it to right about 30 minutes, not because this isn't incredibly important. In fact, tonight's training is uber important. And in fact, if I hadn't been following these principles since early on, I would not have been able to even build a side hustle that I have built so far. But the reason that it only needs to be 30 minutes is because they're actually pretty simple concepts, and I feel really confident being able to bring them to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the concepts. There's lots of numbers and stuff, so if it gets weird, I'll just ask you to jot down your question, and then we'll have questions at the end, because probably if you have a question, somebody else had a question, and there's no dumb question because we're all learning this, right? And so that's why I'm here. So there's three main areas that we want to talk about when it comes to milestones to hit as far as moving your business forward or at least maintaining your business. And I'll speak to that right now when I say maintain. Obviously, when you're wanting to build a business, the word maintain is not something that is in the dialogue very often. But I will say, full disclosure, that I have had to personally make the commitment to simply maintain my business over the last year and a half on two separate occasions. Last year at this time, I was going through an incredibly challenging season within my personal life. And I honestly, it was the hardest thing I've ever dealt with in my life. I mean, it was like 2019 was awful. It makes COVID look like a walk in the park. And I don't mean to belittle COVID, but I'm just saying personally, okay? So I share that to just say that the magnitude of the personal stress that I was in, the season I was in, I was not able to put forth the effort to grow. But I had worked hard enough until January of 2019 to build a healthy enough side hustle and to believe in this opportunity and to our mission to help people live healthy and fulfilling lives. So much that I decided, okay, I may not be able to grow, but I'm committed to at least maintaining. These things I'm going to talk about tonight are necessary even to maintain when you get to a level that you are pleased with. You have to keep working. Okay, so we're gonna learn how to move and maintain. And then for those of you that are watching this real time, like right now in spring of 2020, because you're walking alongside this with me and you've been sending amazing prayers, and thank you so much. You know that my life is absolutely bonkers, and it probably goes without saying that I am not doing a lot of building my business right now, my coaching business. I wish that I had more time to serve you all, to serve potential new folks that I could help, to make this thing become what I want it to be. It's just not possible. There are only so many hours in the day, and my day job currently is to manage and run a graduation business alongside my family, and graduation right now is like, so I went into April, I guess, yes, April, whenever the hit the fan, saying, okay, I'm going to give myself grace for this season, this time. I'm going to maintain. Now, I say that only briefly and only as a disclaimer. I am not a fan of just maintaining. I believe that what we're doing here is changing lives, and I believe we should be building. But that being said, every woman and beautiful soul that listens to this call, either live or in the future, knows what it's like to have a flippin' painful curveball thrown at you. And I need you to know there's no shame in saying, right now, I'm going to maintain and I'm not going to make myself wrong for not growing. Okay? All right, so that's all I'm going to say about that, because of course we're here tonight about talking about moving our business forward. Okay? Small, medium, fast paced, however it is, what we want to do. The first thing we need to know, and this goes back to, you'll start hearing me repeat things from our previous trainings. They all build upon each other. The first thing we need to do is we need to make sure that we remain active as coaches personally, okay? And the reason we want to do that is not so much just because we want to be buying stuff, but remember that one of the key things that we are doing here is we are offering something. We are offering a solution that we believe in, that we are authentic about. So simply by being proof that the products work, drinking our shake, eating our bars, drinking our supplements, or doing the workouts, or all of the above, or buying the new trackers for 2B Mindset, whatever part of this, the offerings that you have adopted, that is something that will keep you active on the monetary side of coaching. But the reason that it's so important is because then you're actually using what you are offering. So again, that keeps us authentic. Now, I want to tell you that in order to stay active as a coach, and then when you get to your first milestone, which is Emerald, and I'll talk about that in a moment, you have to make sure you have 50 PV, which is 50 personal volume. We talked in a previous training on how to find the PV on what a product is. And it's super simple, and I'm happy to explain it to you again after we're done recording. But a real quick nutshell, if you ever forget, just go into teambeachbody.com and shop, and right underneath the product, that if you select it, it'll tell you what the PV is. It's in there, and a customer doesn't know what they're looking at, but a coach knows what it is. Real quick, surefire, a bag of Shakeology is 90 PV. A performance stack, which is Energize and Recover, that's 90 PV. A box of bars is 30 PV. So these things become second nature in your brain, but you just want to make sure. Now, at some point, because maybe you travel and you forget your shake at home, or just, you got sick and you decided to run it for a while, things happen where over the course of time, you may find yourself with a plethora of Shakeology. So you're like, man, and that happened to me early on while I was like, building my inventory, or just like, I drink it every day, but still, there are just times that you have enough. Now I have every flavor, and, it just happens over time. But example, let's say, oh my gosh, I don't need my bag of Shakeology this much. If you're an Emerald coach or less, you don't need to get your bag of Shakeology every month to stay active, okay? I just think you should be drinking your Shakeology every day, but we're not gonna go there because you guys know how I feel about that. But perhaps the month that you're going to skip your Shakeology, and we all know we can skip, as many times as we need to, maybe that's the month that you say, okay, this is the month I'm gonna try Energize. I'm gonna try that Super Mama juice that Amy's always talking about. Or this is the month that I'm going to buy myself the workout outfit that I promised myself when I finished my last program. All of that stuff. Or this month I'm gonna try the bars that Amy and Nicholas eat every day. Or, whatever. You only need 50 PV to stay active. And here's the cool thing. I'm not trying to tell you not to get your Shakeology bag every month. If you need it every month, get it. But let's just say that you're going to do something differently to stay active, which is that first point, your first milestone. Then you have that additional testimony in your tool bag to talk about. So now, are you not only sharing authentically about Beachbody On Demand and your home workouts, you're not only sharing authentically about your Shakeology, but you're also now, you can speak to Energize, you can speak to bars, you can speak to your new 2B Mindset water bottle. These are just ways that you're going to be continue to share authentically, which is what we talked about even in the first training, okay? Now, for Emerald, for Emerald or below, you got to have 50 PV, okay? For Ruby, which I'm not really going to talk about Ruby much, but just so you know, I'm going to put it out there. It's a number. It's 75 PV. For me and my coach family, we go from Emerald to Diamond, because if you're Ruby, you could be Diamond overnight, and I'll talk about that later. But as a Diamond coach, which is your goal, each and every one of you on this call, it needs to be a Diamond coach, and I'll talk about when we get talk about why when we get to the second milestone. As a Diamond coach, you need 100 PV to stay active. Okay. Now the nice thing is, once you become a Diamond coach, it doesn't have to be 100 of your own product. That PV is you and your whole team. So it becomes, I don't want to say simple, but you can imagine if you're getting a bag of Shakeology and then one person on your team is getting, I don't know, a box of Energize sticks, you're good. But just know that you want to be aware of that. And I am going to be doing a back office training that is much, I'm not going to say it's less exciting, but it's kind of boring, but it's important. It's super important. And we'll do a back office training where I can show you how to make sure you have the PD that you need. But really just know that if you're getting your stuff every month, you're good. But it's important that as your first milestone, that you remain active. Okay. Now, excuse me, just a second. Hi, Jess Ward. So good to see you. Okay, so number two.
Hi.
The second milestone for moving your business forward is to rank advance, okay? And I'm going to talk about this in broad strokes, because what Emerald and Ruby and Diamond and Star Diamond and all that stuff is, that's for another time. But what you need to know is that your first rank that you want to hit is Emerald, okay? Jess Ward is an Emerald right now. And all that means, and there's a picture of this in that Coach Summit retreat that I talked about, and we'll talk about it more. But all that means is that you have 2 coaches on your team, so underneath you, okay, and they're active. That's all that means. So you have 2 people that either want to sign up to be a discount coach, or they want to sign up to, get on board with this mission and start helping people the way that we are. Once you start enrolling coaches, or when you're ready to, we will talk specifically, because just like many multi-level marketing or multi-level helping companies, like I like to call us, there's strategic ways that we want to place those folks. It's super simple. That we have 2 legs. And so I'll just use Carrie for an example. Okay. So Carrie is here. She has 2 legs underneath her. Once she gets a coach here and a coach here on her left leg and her right leg, then she's Emerald. Now, what does that matter? Who cares? Like, I don't care if I'm Emerald. Like, what does that mean to the world? I don't need the title. It's not just a title. What happens when you hit your first rank advancement of Emerald is you start earning what's called a team cycle bonus. So in addition to earning your commissions on products that are sold, 25% on products across the board and 40% on Beachbody on-demand memberships. Once you become Emerald, you start to earn what's called a team cycle bonus. So again, I'll go back to Carrie. Here's Carrie with her 2 coaches underneath. So she has her 2, she's now Emerald. Now Carrie is not just earning commission on what she is offering people, she's also gonna earn a bonus on what these people are offering people, okay? Now, a team cycle bonus grows as you rank advance, okay? I will definitely not take any time tonight to explain to you how mathematically the team cycle bonus works, because it actually is there's a really fun video that involves wrestling figures on that really explains it well. But just know that as an Emerald, your team cycle bonus is $14 a cycle. Once you bump up to Diamond, your team cycle bonus goes to $18 a cycle. So you can see the importance and why this is the second milestone of building your business is to rank advance. Because in essence, Beachbody rewards us for helping other people get started on their coaching journey by allowing us to earn commissions off of what our coaches that we bring on earn for themselves. I think that I've worked with Jess Riel on a couple other businesses, and so I think you're kind of sort of familiar with the concept. It looks a little differently in Beachbody, and I know, Carrie, you have some familiarity with something like this. I will say that, you know, being a dork and being a finance major from Anderson School of Business, I went and I looked at all the fine print and dug through Beachbody's compensation plan before I decided to go all in after I fell in love with the stuff for myself. By far, top of the line, best compensation plan I've ever seen. It is beautiful how Beachbody chooses to reward us for helping others help others. And so again, I'm not going to go into the math about how the team cycle bonus works, but just know that as you rank advance, first you have to rank advance to Emerald to even earn that team cycle bonus. And then as you continue to rank advance, that team cycle bonus gets bigger. I looked at some numbers before I came on here, and I apologize, my internet is wonky, so I don't want to risk the integrity of this call by screen sharing because my router's been wonky all day here at the office, and that's a whole nother nightmare. But so normally I would screen share and show you my recent earnings, but I will tell you that just last week, and remember at the beginning of this call, I talked about how I just committed to maintaining. So the beginning of this last week, when the numbers went up that would be posted that I'm going to be earning tomorrow, Thursday, as I've said before, is payday for Beachbody, I'm actually earning more on my team cycle bonus than I am on commissions, because I actually have not sold very much product myself to customers firsthand, but because I have done the work and I've trying to do my best, pouring into each of you and into our coaching family and helping other people help others, the work that is being done, I hate using the word down below because you guys aren't below me, but you know, if you imagine on a graph, you guys are down here, even though anyways, the work that's happening other than right up here, I should say, is earning me money. So tomorrow, even though I have not sold very much to new people, I'm going to be earning a little over $200 in just my team cycle bonus. And that is just because of the work that I've done pouring into the team, okay? So I hope that that helps you understand that, or even visualize that over time, your team cycle bonus actually will far out, unless you're like out there selling like 100 challenge packs a week and, you know, wow, blowing it out of the water. And if you are, more power to you. But over time, your team cycle bonus will grow and will most likely, in most coaches' cases, it will most likely usurp what your personal commissions are. There, again, lies the benefit of wanting to pour into others to help them help others, and so on and so forth, and the movement that we believe in, okay? So going back, the first part, the first milestone to moving your business forward is keep yourself active. And be strategic with that. If you want to try out different things to add to your wheelhouse and to add to what you can share, you can stay active by doing that. Number two, you want to rank advance. Your first goal, and I heard this from day one whenever I decided to sheepishly say, maybe I want to try talking about this, I don't know. Your first goal is to become Emerald, okay? So for example, I'm just going to use Jess Ward as an example since she's on here and she's Emerald, and I already called her out as an Emerald. So she has her husband on one leg, which I highly recommend having a husband or a best friend or a family member that you really trust have on one leg. And then she has her best friend who happens to adore Shakeology on her other leg. Boom, she's Emerald and she's earning a team cycle bonus, okay? So Jess Riel, when we get Deb signed up as a coach under you, she'll be on one leg for you already. So then you got it, we'll make sure that the next coach goes on your next leg and boom, you'll be Emerald. And Carrie, your first two coaches will work together to make sure we put them on opposite legs. That sounds so funny, I know, but you'll get used to me saying that. And boom, you'll be emerald, okay? So your rank advance. And then just know that when you hit your next milestone of diamond, then your team cycle bonus goes from $14 a cycle to $18 a cycle. All right, so now the third milestone, and by far, I don't want to say the most important, but it is the reason that I have been able to grow, mind you, at a snail's pace, much slower than I would prefer. But as I said at the beginning of the call, I've given myself grace over some very difficult seasons of life, and I've either grown or I've maintained by striving to hit Success Club, okay? So let me explain what Success Club is. Success Club is simply a point system, and we all know these kinds of things, you know, preferred, shopper, reward, blah, blah, blah. So it's Beachbody's reward system for us going out and helping new people every single month, okay? I'm gonna break it down real simply. So if you strive, when you commit, to hitting Success Club every month, you are guaranteed, one, to be earning commissions, because by hitting Success Club, you've helped people and they've purchased their solution through you. And two, you're not allowing yourself to get complacent, okay? I spoke earlier about a very difficult season of my life last year and the season I'm in right now. It would be a very, very, very it is a very tempting thing to say now or last year at that time, you know what, I just can't give anything to this right now. I'll come back to it later, and just kind of just disappear. The momentum stops. People stop seeing me post about it. They might question my authenticity. They might question, where is she, like just a flat, I don't know. If you will commit to hitting Success Club, you will definitely be earning a commission, and two, you will at least be constantly every month bringing new people into your wheelhouse. What it is this, it's a point system. For each challenge pack that you sell, you earn 2 Success Club points. If someone is not interested in a challenge pack, doesn't have to be a challenge pack to earn Success Club points. It needs to be a subscription of some sort that is 90 PV or higher. There is some wiggle room with that. I've earned a couple of one Success Club points at a time if I have people that will order like a different Shakeology boosts on subscription and the PV kind of adds up correctly. But for the general training and the first introduction to it, you want to know that each challenge pack you sell is 2 Success Club points. Or if they're like, no, I don't need BOD, I don't want to do an exercise program, just let me try the shake. Each subscription to Shakeology is 2 Success Club points. Or if they're like, oh my God, I don't want to do a shake, I want to do that. And they want to try your Super Mama juice and the Yummy Chocolate Recover or Orange Recover, that's called a performance stack. That also is 90 PV, which is 2 Success Club points, okay? So there's 2 levels of Success Club. Stick with me here, okay? I gotta lay this all out and then we'll bring it back together. There's 2 levels of Success Club. The first is Success Club 5 and the second is Success Club 10, okay? When I sheepishly decided to start doing this, I thought, if I'm gonna do this, knowing the whatever achiever person I am, and the lack of time that I have, I'm going to make it worth my while, and I'm going to commit to hitting Success Club 5 from now until I'm not a coach anymore. And I have been very open and honest, and Team Fierce Fit and Fable has said I intend to be a coach forever. Bring on the silver sneakers and the gray hair. That'll be me. We can be Team Fierce Fit and Faithful over 70. So I intend to hit Success Club 5 from here until the rapture. My goal, as I've said, is to take my side hustle to become a full-time hustle. And when I do that, I really need to up my game, and it needs to become Success Club 10 for commission purposes and for the sake of bringing more people into my business. But right now, in the season I'm in, that's my commitment. Now, what does that mean? So Success Club 5 means you earn 5 Success Club points in a month. So if you're doing the math, that means you need to sell 3 challenge packs or 3 subscriptions to Shakeology or 3 subscriptions to Performance Stack or some combination therein. It'd be 1 challenge pack, 1 Shakeology, 1 Performance Stack, anything there. That's 3 people. 3 people every month that you bring in, and that allows you to hit Success Club, okay? These people do not have to stay on their subscription. They can try Shakeology. They could even decide that they want to cancel the day their box arrives at home. I've never had that happen, but I have had people try it and just decide, you know, 2 or 3 weeks in, I don't want to continue. That doesn't take away my Success Club points, okay? Because they tried it. You guys know, I'm a firm believer that the challenge pack is the best deal on the planet. In fact, right now, I'll talk about this after we finish the training, but right now, a challenge pack is $140. A bag of Shakeology is $130. Okay, so you're getting a year of bod for 10 bucks. I mean, just get the challenge pack, okay? But when it comes to Success Club points, you're gonna get the same, whether it's a challenge pack or whether it's a subscription to one of our supplements or shakes, okay? Now, what happens when you hit and then let me back up. Obviously, if you hit Success Club 10 or higher, you've helped 5 people or more. Yeah, so there's not any fancy math there. It's just 2 times 7, okay? Now, if you hit Success Club, what the cool thing is 1, you get a prize. So Carrie hit Success Club last November or December, and that's where you got that Coach tank top, that navy Coach tank top that you got. That is a Success Club prize, okay? So you get a Success Club prize. I think the new program is every 3 months, you get a quarter, for every 3 months that you hit it, you get a quarterly prize, and they're always really fun prizes. I've gotten workout mats and t-shirts and umbrellas, and I mean, last year I got this really great piece of luggage for hitting Success Club all year. I mean, they really do take good care of us. More than the prizes though, okay? Because, you know, prizes are fun, but more than prizes, what it means is that you are guaranteed by selling, let's say you sell 3 challenge packs. That's what you do in a month, okay? Sell more than that, but let's just talk, okay? You're gonna sell 3. Therein, you earned yourself $150 that month, guaranteed, okay? If you sold 3 challenge packs, you're gonna make $50 commission on each one. And so there you know, you made $150. You definitely paid for your Beachbody habit for the month. So that's good. And you probably earned even more above that, right? Now, hopefully those people will become repeat customers. For example, in a year from now, when their BOD membership renews, you'll earn 40% on that renewal. If they continue to get Shakeology the way I did, I mean, I started getting it, I never stopped. The coach I signed up with earns a team cycle bonus on me getting my Shakeology every month. That can be you too. These 3 challenge packs that you sell is what becomes some of your residual income as they continue receiving these things, okay? But let's just say you start that first month. You're guaranteed by hitting Success Club 5 that you earned $150 right there, okay? Also, you have the honor of knowing that you helped 3 special souls get started with the same solutions that are working for you that we're so excited about, which I think is pretty cool. The other thing you know is simply by hitting that baseline benchmark, you are not going to get complacent. And I don't know any other way to say it because I kind of feel like that sounds mean and I don't mean it to. It's a benchmark I set for myself because I needed it. I have a busy, full life, just like all of you do, lots of different hats. And it's very simple to push things to the back. And then 6 months later, come back and say, oh, what happened? But if I'm committed to making sure that I'm helping a minimum of 3 people a month, then inevitably, I'm going to be earning commissions and building a business, inevitably. And again, I'm the first to say my business has grown as slow as mud and much slower than I'd ever like, but it's growing because I've made that commitment. What does it require to hit Success Club? Well, we've talked about these things in our trainings already, but if you are striving to hit Success Club, that means you're doing those things that we talked about in the previous trainings. You're sharing consistently. You're scheduling that time to make sure you're doing your follow-ups for people that reach out after you've shared, right? You're doing your workout, you're drinking your shake, you're being proof that the products work. So I hope that kind of by painting this picture, it shows how if you set that benchmark, that baseline goal for yourself, then you don't have a choice but to continue to be proof the products work. You don't have a choice but to continue to share. You don't have a choice but continue to schedule that block of time to follow up with people and to talk to people either about, hi, baby. Oh goodness. Okay, sorry, squirrel moment, but for the very best reason. Oh my gosh, he's so big. So it really goes hand in hand. In fact, for me, my personal experience with this, if it weren't for the commitment I made to hit Success Club from now until the rapture, I know that this thing would have fizzled away a long time ago, because there's always a reason, and probably a very good reason. We're all moms on here, we work, you know, we got things going on. There's always a reason not to show up. But how about this? One of the best parts about the fact that we show up with a commitment to hit Success Club is that then we're still showing up for ourselves. When we show up for our Done Before the Sun crew call and we share about that, that's our share for the day. We're working our business for the day, but we're also got our workout in. I mean, so kind of that ebb and flow of how it all goes together. We're helping ourselves, which means we're helping our family, which means we're helping others. I highly, highly encourage, and almost, I mean, it's not a requirement, but I highly encourage you to commit to hitting Success Club 5 or 10 every month. I will be the first to tell you the moment that I flip that switch and I start pursuing Success Club 10. Sometimes I hit it, you know, but it's not the commitment, like the baseline commitment I have. Someday it will have to be. So if you're looking for this to you know, just come out of the gate and you want this to be your thing and you want to, you know, quit your day job and do this full time, you need to make SC10, Success Club 10, your goal. If you want to build a business, a side hustle, a residual income, if you want, you know, if you kind of feel in what I've been sharing, you want to make SC5 your goal. And I encourage you to make it a non-negotiable. Somehow, somewhere, I made it a non-negotiable back in July of 2017, and I haven't missed it since. Now, I've made it on like 10 o'clock at night on the last day of the month a few times, but you know, I make it. I try not to do that to myself because that's very stressful, but that's a whole other thing. So that is Success Club in a nutshell. And I hope I did it justice, because it is an extremely, extremely important part of moving your business forward, or even just maintaining your business, okay? All right, so those are the 3 points I have. And before I finish recording and go on to some housekeeping things, I wanted to see if you guys had any questions about all of this stuff that I just spewed out at you, because probably if you have a question, someone else on here does, or someone who watches this in the future might. Any questions? I know that was a lot of information all at one time. And I take a drink of water. Let me just say this also. I know it's a lot of information, but I'm always, always more than happy to answer any questions you have. And we have a back office that actually has a beautiful FAQ library that, like right now, I couldn't remember what the maintenance was for Emerald and Ruby. So I just went into the FAQs in the back office and I was like, active status Emerald, and it just pops up. So it's very simple and easy to find that, okay? But always feel free to ask me any kind of questions when it comes to this. The key thing to know, and you know, I have to put in the whole Beachbody income disclaimer, you know, your income is dependent on your effort and your experience and all that kind of stuff. But what I know to be true from personal experience and from some of the lovely coaches that I've met in the network, if you are committed to hitting Success Club, if you are committed to showing up and doing the things we've already talked about as far as sharing and doing your follow-ups, you will build some type of business, whether it's an income of $200 a month or $2,000 a month, or the sky's the limit. If you are consistent, it works. It really does. But remember, we talked in the first training about being authentic, doing the things. This is not a hi, beautiful. This is not a get rich quick scheme, but it is definitely a really amazing way to take care of ourselves and help other people at the exact same time. All right. So with that, I will go ahead and stop recording.